Welcome to another episode of Double Muse. I'm Emily. This is my twin sister Jane, my stunt double. And we're so excited that you have pressed play and we're so grateful for you. And if you get value from this podcast, please share it. Send us a DM. We love to hear from you, your little stories or anything like your takeaways from this. We are all about being your own muse and bringing your vision board into reality, because isn't that just the dream? It's literally the dream.
Why we're here on the planet.
It's why we're here on the planet. We're obsessed with getting the most out of ourselves, and we're here to share stories from ourselves and little ways that we are getting the most out of ourselves in hope that it serves you as well. I have an incredible episode for you today, but before I dive in, Jane, tell me about what's going on with you lately?
What's new with me? Well, Emily, we recently went to the Effie Cats opening. The store opening in Armadale.
Yeah.
Was it not?
It
really
was so
beautiful.
Stunning. Yeah.
That whole street, we met a beautiful girl who actually lived on that street. I was like, do you have any money left? Because this whole street, you would just walk into every single store and buy every single thing.
Or if you're bored, just go for a wander.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
But so fun.
Yeah.
Would you want to live
damaging.
any other way?
Yeah.
Very damaging. But my main takeaway, yes, we had a great night. Yes, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But my main thing, Emily, I'm going to go a little bit deeper here, was Effie's speech.
Yeah.
Were you not frothing on the speech?
Yeah, I was.
It was really, she was really reflecting on how much of a milestone it was.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it too. We were like, imagine seeing a vision like this come to life. Imagine going from the process of this is an idea.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to act on it.
Yeah.
Maybe start to do some sketches.
Yeah.
Find some backing and then see a room full of people wearing your designs.
Yeah.
That's huge, that whole thing. And she was reflecting on that and she was saying how, she had started a fashion brand prior and it didn't work out and how much courage it actually took her to try again. And that was of course we had fun and of course the margaritas were very top. They were amazing, were they not? And as amazing as that was, the speech that she was reflecting on her journey of being there. And I was just like, this is so inspiring.
Yeah.
Did you really enjoy that?
Had a great time. The store is stunning.
The store's stunning.
It's an old heritage building and they've just done such a beautiful job in really honouring the heritage but also making it really modern. It's beautiful. And it's a real experience too when you go in and shop there, which is a vibe.
Yeah. But I just love the deeper sense of how monumental a milestone.
Yeah. It's always great to celebrate those things.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, that was this weekly.
Good for you. So today's episode is all about resetting your goals. So
Juicy.
I love this. This is like my bread and butter and I love it. I think because I was probably in the trap for a while of setting goals, loving the novelty of setting goals.
It's fun to set goals.
It's fun to set goals and then, what happens is you don't achieve it. You might convince yourself that it wasn't for you or whatever. And then so what do you do to get more for more motivated? You set new ones and you set new ones and you set new ones before you even execute on the others. And I was I think I was trapped in that cycle for a little while of just the novelty of setting goals without actually the backing behind it and without the roots,
you
without
the
going
roots.
deeper, just doing the surface stuff without actually doing the work to get the goal, setting the goal and just hoping and then what's next.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you my reset method so that you can reset your goals. We've got 6 months, depending on when you're listening to this, you might have 6 months left of the year. You might have 3 months left of the year. This is for those who are set goals, but they're ready to revisit them and be like, okay, let's reset. Yeah. Let's see if I still realign. But it's not just about the goal setting process. I'm going to show you how to actually execute and track and just get it actually done so that you don't get trapped in that cycle of setting new ones and loving that novelty and starting, the thrill of starting over and you get a new journal and that sort of thing. This is the real,
You're getting right up in there.
I'm getting right up in there. I'm going to give you the exact process that I use and to get clear, get specific and really actually achieve your goals on your vision board. So it's not just on the wall anymore. And one of my favorite sayings is to Jane, is people overestimate what they do, what they can get done in a year and underestimate what they can do in 6 months. Like, I love that. So this is going to be like your reset system. Because I think when we set goals, we can be really big and ambitious and exciting, and we might overestimate and then go, oh, how do I actually break that down? How do I actually do it? But then, you know, you're always like, you know, that starting on Monday, I'll start on Monday or I'll start next month or whatever. And that's because I'll start next year. Like, that's when you're underestimating how much you can actually get done when you lock in, which is really exciting.
Ooh,
so
yay. How do we do that?
Wanted to also start with a little bit of neuroscience about goals and why we need them.
Science.
Our brain is literally designed to set goals and be curious and want more. Like, it is literally in our DNA. There's a chemical reason for that, like, as well. And I actually wrote about this. I wrote about this in my book, Like a Mother. I wrote about this study with rats about dopamine and desire and stuff like that. But dopamine isn't actually the pleasure chemical, which we usually associate it with, like the happiness hormone.
Motivation, isn't it?
It's the pursuit, like it's the pursuit chemical or the desire chemical that it is what it is. So that's why achieving a goal can sometimes feel a bit flat.
Yeah.
Like, once you've actually got it, and why you're already like, and then why you're excited to set the next one, because it's about the going and getting. Like, I'll give you in this language that you'll probably understand, Jane. Sometimes like shoe shopping online, or clothes shopping online. How exciting is it to like add everything to your cart, you know, and be really excited, and then you could actually not even check out. And you would still get the pleasure. Like, you're still getting the pleasure and the excitement and the thrill. Like, you can get the good thing, but it's about going to get it. Like, it's about the pursuit of it that actually –
the journey.
It's about the journey. It's the climb.
That must be why we like shopping so much and just the wandering around.
Like, like, think about it. Like, if you got your favourite – like, what's your favourite meal?
Like sweet or savoury?
Either.
Oh,
You love a choc pudding.
I love a choc pudding. Yes, like that choc fondant that you make me sometimes that I guilt you into.
You might not be the right person to ask this question. Yeah. But I was going to say, what if you had a chocolate pudding like every meal of every day?
I'm not the right person because I would enjoy that.
Yeah. But like, can you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah,
if you had your favourite meal every single day, 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, 365, it's going to start losing its specialness. It's going to start losing its novelty. You're not going to be as excited to have it. You're not going to be as grateful to have it. It'll just be what it is. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I get what your point. I get your point.
Like, you need that drive. You need that excitement. You need that pursuit. And so that just goes to show that you get that hit of dopamine or that chemical release and that rush and that satisfaction and that fulfillment by going for things.
Yeah.
Like, you just spoke about Effie Katz, like how much it's not just about the milestone at the end, it's about the achievement and what she's had to overcome to get there. Like, it's the journey of it.
Like, as Miley Cyrus says, it's the climb.
Well, she said
Wise words.
She said it best. But I love this. I've actually got some notes here on like the progression of that goal, like chasing a goal. So Napoleon Hill in the 1930s gave us Think and Grow Rich.
He did. That's a long time ago.
Because it's all like it's relatable for us humans to pursue a goal and be better and want to achieve things and be curious and to have that drive. Like, it's all relatable because we all have it. Like, we're all literally born with it. So Napoleon Hill gave it to us. Then in the 80s we had Tony Robbins.
Yeah. Tony.
Like Mum, and had his cassette tapes.
I know, isn't that funny?
In the 90s we had Oprah, who built a complete empire on, living, you deserve to live your best life. And then the 2000s gave us The Secret, which we've spoken about in the podcast before. The 2010s gave us Atomic Habits in the Science of Small Changes. And the 2020s is giving us like nervous system regulation, like spiritual awakening, and like quarterly lock-ins and things like that, like, which is what I'm loving and talking about today. Like, it's all just relatable because every single one of us can relate to going for a goal and getting it. And if you've ever had a goal, and I know that you've actually had this too before, Jane, where you've actually had really incredible goals that you've hit and then you've sort of felt like, well, now what?
Yeah.
Like you've been in sales for a really long time. You've hit incredible targets. You've got incredible incentives. Like, you've earned trips literally every single year consistently when not everyone does that. And you've even told a story of when you actually achieve it and you're going for it, you go, oh, well, now what do I do? Like, what does my daily activity look like now?
Well, that's because in my mind I already decided that it had happened. So, like, it already existed in my mind. So when those milestones happened, it was like, well, of course. But I do remember there was a period where there wasn't a holiday to go for.
Yeah.
And it was just
that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, that's what you mean. So, like, there was still obviously my day-to-day, my business making sales, but when they throw in an incentive like a holiday or whatever, it's so much more fun.
Yeah.
And I love the countdown. I love setting a goal and like working towards it. And I do remember a time where there wasn't a holiday and it was sort of like a bit, I don't know, it was like just because there'd been that I could clearly see the comparison of what it was like to have something specific to go for and then not having something.
Yeah.
So then when it was taken away and then when it was given back to me, I was like, oh, yeah, there's a whole, okay, let's go. Yeah. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah. So I hope you're getting the idea or the picture that we need that drive.
Yeah,
like to be better. We're curious for a reason. Like we've got that in us to always want the next level and the next step for ourselves. Okay, so here's my process.
Okay,
I'm going to give you my process for setting goals for the second half of the year or wherever you're at listening to this episode and how to actually achieve them. So the first step, Jane, I've got 4 steps. The first step is to actually get clear. And you've dropped this a couple of times too. Is like, I think it's Oprah that says most people don't get what they want because they're not actually clear on what they actually
know
want.
What they want. She's Oprah's getting good.
She's getting that's the second time I mentioned her. So you can journal on questions like, what does my ideal day look like? Where do I wake up? What's my morning routine look like? How much money do I make? Like, get really clear on the future you of who has like all of this and then write your goal. So what this actually does is it's so powerful just getting clear. Like, that is one step all in itself because your brain will literally filter out information that doesn't align with your goal and you will see opportunities that do.
The reticular activating something in your brain.
And I love to use the analogy of like if you're looking for your car in the car park and your car's white, you're looking for all the white cars. You're literally filtering out all the blue cars, all the red cars. Like, you are focused. You are locked in. You see opportunities that you wouldn't before. So getting clear is just wild. And if you actually give yourself a goal or, you know, and even just something like today's going to be a great day, your brain will then literally source information to prove that. And it's a subconscious thing. It's wild. Like, if you ever stubbed your toe, what usually happens is you get your sleeve caught in the door handle. How frustrating is that?
It's you like, never stub your toe on a good day. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you don't. Nothing ever happens. Nothing good happens when you're in a rush as well. So that's the first step.
Yeah,
and the second one is this is because you're resetting, right? The second one is to do a life audit. And I think success can actually be so simple in it's just do more of what's working and do less of what's not. And I think that's so simple. Like, do more of what's working and do less of what's not.
And what you're saying is actually sit down and work out what's working,
because usually we don't.
We're on repeat and we're just sort of that like rat race in the subconscious of just doing what's next. Or like, you know, we're just so habitual beings that we don't always take the time to go, actually, what is working and what's not.
Yeah. And I think being ambitious, you go straight to the next goal. Yeah. Even if you've achieved something, usually you go straight to the next goal. You don't really use the time to reflect before you go on it. And I think you can stand on the shoulders of your previous self to launch more forward. Like, so do an audit. And then I also think doing an audit is so powerful because when you're putting yourself out there or you're going for goals or you're getting outside of your comfort zone, you can really think of it as I'm just collecting data.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally just collecting data towards my goals. I'm going to see what works and what's not. And then you're not like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I sent that message or I posted that photo. Yeah, because you're doing that many.
That makes me think of Roger Federer's speech. He did a university speech and he spoke about how he spent nearly 300 weeks at number one. He's won 20 Grand Slams. Yeah. He's won 80% of his matches, but he did the math and he shared the statistic. He only won 54% of his hits. So he goes, when you are
of his shots.
Yeah. So he goes, I had all my success, but only won just over half. It was 54% of his shots.
I love that.
So he was like, when you were consistently doing that many shots, you become less focused on the ones that didn't work.
Yeah.
Because you've got to bounce back and you do the next one. So it's almost like do so like that many shots over the net that you're less like bothered or you're less like you're less sort of burdened by the ones that don't go over.
Yeah, it's just data.
It's just data, yeah.
I'm sure he used the shots that didn't work as data to make himself better.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just like you're just collecting data.
Yeah.
But also like that's why it's so helpful to do this more than once and reset your actual goals, because what's working 1 month might not be working the next.
Yeah.
Like it's really important to get clear on that. So for example, if your goal is to work out 3 times a week, what's getting in the way of that? And what
you might need to
helping
adjust
you
your
do
schedule
it?
or get a babysitter.
Or like, okay, don't get into your TV because that's what's stopping me. I'm watching TV instead of going out
how
to
good's TV in bed?
You know, or maybe you're getting too tired. So you go, okay, what am I eating that's giving me energy or what am I eating that's draining my energy? Like keep it simple. Do more of what is working and literally do less of what's not.
Yeah.
And the third one, Jane, is to actually get like you've gotten clear with your first step of sort of who you want to become and that sort of thing. Then you've given yourself an audit. The third is just to pick one goal. Like literally just pick one, and, you know, diluted focus gets you diluted results. I love that as well. But get really specific. And I just want you to pick one to three, like literally 1 to 3, and that is it. And I've actually had this question, Jane. You and I did an event. We hosted an event. We were guest speakers at an event where we were talking about this. And one question that a woman asked, which I get a lot, is, but I want so many different things. I'm overwhelmed with picking 1 or 3. And I just gave her permission. That's why we do the getting clear first. Like I just gave her permission to go dream big, write everything down. Give me a 30-year vision. Like what would a good life for you look like? Like dream big, give full permission to do that. And then, you know, bring it in after that. Like, because you don't want to feel overwhelmed when you're setting your goals. And also I like to think of what one goal would have the biggest ripple effect.
Oh, which one excites you the most?
Which one excites you the most?
Yeah.
Which one also would have the biggest effect on the rest of your life? Like what would then snowball into something bigger, and then the next thing and then the next thing and then the next thing? Like, you know, we've done the big vision. It's like really like narrowed it in. So that's your goal. Like just literally pick one and be really specific. Do you have a goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's podcast related.
Yeah. I love it. So it's really clear, it's really specific, and you've got it. A lot of us stop there. Like a lot of us just set our goals and we're done. But what you need to do next is then create a list of 3 to 5 tactics. So your goal is very different to a tactic. So, or a thing that you do. So your goal might be to get really strong toned arms. That's actually one of mine on my vision board this year. So that's my goal. But my tactics would be strength training 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Or drinking enough water, having creatine, or having my protein powder after every workout that I do. Like those are my actual tactics, and they're either daily or weekly.
Yeah.
So a lot of us stop there. A lot of us stop at the
goal,
at the actual goal. Yeah. But we need to think of what are you actually going to do
to do it. And I like to think of those tactics as like standards.
Yeah.
So the goal,
people call them non-negotiables even. Yeah.
But like the goal sometimes is like, think of it like the goal might change, or the goal might not actually, like the goal, think of the goal as it's written in chalk.
Yeah.
Whereas your standards are written in pen.
Yeah, I love that.
So you like they're not conditional.
Yeah.
Like they're not based on what's working, what's not.
Yeah.
It's you're doing that because that's it. The goal might change because you might be doing those things and go, actually, I could up this, or actually that's not what's important to me anymore, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But those, like the goal may change, but the standards, you set them and they're non-conditional.
Yeah. I love that analogy. Like it's chalk or pencil.
Yeah, it was definitely chalk, and then maybe the other one was concrete, but I went with pen because you can't rub it out.
Yeah, but concrete doesn't really and it doesn't really
anyway,
go with chalk.
You get what I mean.
Yeah.
You can rub chalk out, you can't rub pen out.
Yeah,
unless it's like a pen that you can, because they have erasable pens now.
Yeah, they do, but without getting too technical.
I think you got the idea.
I think we got there. It wasn't a roundabout. So they're the things that often miss. But Jane, the last one is building your systems.
You froth on a system.
I froth on a system because it literally changed my life. I had my 3rd son and I was like, I'm doing pretty well. I'm managing with the business. I'm managing with the household, whatever. But I think I would like it to be like I can't be
slick.
I want it to be sleek. I want it to be streamlined. And so I started implementing systems. And what that looks like is just anything that you do repeatedly, create a system for it. So if your tactics for your goal, for example, are like getting really toned arms, like it's a good goal, then your system would be like, okay, schedule that in. Like when is that going to happen? When are you going to actually do it? Like it does the heavy lifting for you, and then you actually know when it's going to get done. You're not relying on motivation. You're not talking yourself out of it. You're actually just this is the time.
Success becomes like behavioral rather than emotional.
Totally.
Because you're relying on your behavior because you've made it a habit rather than relying on your emotions of, you feel motivated and
But think of the mental load that just automatically does. Like even just as a mum at home, like, you got to fold the washing, I've got to do the dishwasher, I've got to do the supermarket. Like if you know when and where you're going to do those things, all the mental load is taken out of it, and you also don't talk yourself out of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going like, I'll do it when Zach gets home, or I don't want to, I'll do it when the baby's in bed. Like I'm sort of like negotiating and trying to work it in, and you know what? It doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's exhausting.
Whereas if you know, it's also so exhausting. And then you feel bad that you didn't do it. Like it's just, like no one wants to do that. Boring. But then I also have a system of reviewing my goals once a month to do what is working and what's not. Like I love that. And I think when I started to take the time to reflect on my goals regularly, I had this huge shift because it was like, I'm taking this goal seriously. I'm taking myself seriously. It's not like I've just written something and I'm hoping for it. I'm actually really taking myself seriously.
Yeah.
Which is just a whole next level.
Well, that has an energy in itself, doesn't it?
100%. So the 4 tips: get clear and really create your big picture vision. Give yourself a life audit and really think about what's working and what's not. I literally love to do a list. Like I've coached people to do this before. Get a blank piece of paper, draw a line down the middle, do what's working, what's not, and then just get really clear on it and actually spend some time doing it. You will literally be, like it sounds so simple, but you'll be so surprised in what actually comes up for you and how simple your next level can be. So do that, set your goals, like literally pick one. Like you can literally pick one, create your tactics, and then build your systems and track your progress. And I think like you are literally 6 months, even like 3 to 6 months of consistency away from your dream life. Like honestly.
Thank you, Emily. I'm like feeling motivated. I want to like go revisit all my goals and like get started. So my weekly upgrade, just to finish off this amazing episode, did you mention creatine in that episode? Did you talk about creatine?
Did I? I felt like
I did. It is
did.
Like flooding my feed.
Yeah, it will now. Your phone will be listening to you.
It's going to be listening. Damn it, it's going to happen even more. And I got sucked in and I bought some.
Yeah.
But Emily, creatine is like a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
So
you're a bit late to the creatine train, but I'm proud of you.
I haven't actually tried it yet.
Yeah.
You have been having it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how you find it?
Oh, amazing. I don't think I realised how good it was. Like my husband's been on it for a long time. It's in the cupboard for a long time, but there's so many supplements in the cupboard.
It's like a Chemist Warehouse.
It's ridiculous. I do love Chemist Warehouse, but anyway, that's another story. And I started taking it and I noticed when I stopped taking it.
Yeah.
And energy levels. Like this is really bad, but when I stopped taking it, I would like want a Coke in the afternoon.
Emily, I messaged you the other day and you're like, I'm having a Coke. And I was like, Emily, that's so naughty. It's 1 o'clock.
Jane, stop.
You've got to wait till at least 3 or 4 o'clock.
Yeah, but this is in the time frame that I stopped taking my creatine. So you're really
because creatine's more like crashing. It was initially like, want to bulk up, which you actually want to do with your
I do, yeah.
arms.
But it was marketed towards men typically.
But now it's more like energy,
brain fog, like muscle tone. If you're getting older and you're starting to lose muscle tone, like it helps with that. It helps with your brain fog and just energy.
Yeah, so anyway, I got sucked in and I bought some, so I can report on that later.
Yeah, well, I noticed a massive difference when I stopped taking it.
If you tell me it's good for energy, I'm up for it.
Yeah, but if I told you it'll help you bulk.
Not so much. Or if you told me it was good for collagen, and is it good for skin?
Yeah.
Oh, it's sold.
Yeah.
Done. Anyway, we'll report back. Or you might even be able to notice my skin starts glowing when I use it.
You need a collagen for that.
I need collagen. But didn't you just say it's good for your skin?
Yeah, but it's not like it's other things.
Yeah, okay, so I need to get collagen now.
But you'd already be on collagen.
Yeah. No, I haven't been taking collagen recently.
Well, you need to.
I need to. All right. Well, that wraps up another episode of Double Muse. Thank you so much for listening. Please share. Please put it on your stories. We love to know if you get value from this. And go out there. Choose your goals. Do everything Emily said. And we can't wait to see how you go. And we'll see you on the next episode.